and HEB. You go, why are they doing that? You know it's an 80-year-old woman. Because it's about you being a biological robot as the cashier and not being able to make the determination this woman is obviously 80 years old and on a cane. Probably buying her husband, I would guess, the pipe tobacco and the Pabst Blue Ribbon. I'll never forget that. At HEB, the woman with the pipe tobacco, they got it out of the case. And this is like 10 years ago, and she had the Pabst Blue Ribbon 6-pack. And the woman at the counter says, I need to see ID. And the old woman shaking got it out and everything to show the woman at HEB food stores that she was over 21. It's all about you have no discretion. You will do whatever they tell you. Well, sorry, you brought a Dixie knife, a plastic butter knife that your mom put in your lunch in 3rd grade to spread butter on your bread. The school teacher walking by saw it. The police are called in. You will be brought into juvenile, put on probation, 0 tolerance, kicked out for 2 weeks. And then you'll be sent to in-school suspension across town with people that are there for drug dealing, rape, burglary, and then they're going to beat you up at lunch, and then you're going to be scared by the gang culture and forced into the gang, and then now your child that was 10, 12, whatever years old is now going to be in a gang for the rest of their life and in the criminal system. The whole system is designed to wreck everything. It's a broken system by design. The only reason it hasn't fully collapsed in yet is because there's so many good social workers and good families and good psychologists and good school teachers and good police that they're not going with the whole attack dog angle and are basically quietly not throwing kids down the drain. But the overall orders coming from the Department of Education and UNESCO via treaty are put people on drugs, prescription drugs, get them on illegal drugs, get them with a criminal record, get them into juvenile, get them into prison, get them a psychological designation so we can take their rights away. That is the name of the game. There is an attitude that we are literally animals to be fed on by the elite and that we're dumbed down and we deserve it. So the globalists create that self-fulfilling prophecy and set up a system to make us the scum that they say we are. Now, I'm going to stop right there. And when we come back, I'm going to start getting into what is one of the most chilling reports we've ever covered here on air. And that is so abjectly horrible that I do not feel like I have words to describe every angle of it, but I'm going to try to be as calm as I can. And I'm going to try to focus on this child that was sacrificed in public, human sacrifice in public. And I'm going to try to be calm for that child like I was speaking to a jury and I was a prosecutor. And all of us need to take it that serious because the public celebration of the chopping up of a small child is historical, not just biblical, is historical towards a society at the very end preparing for total collapse. And I, of course, am speaking about the article up on Infowars.com. Woman celebrates her cool abortion. That's a quote on YouTube. Abortion clinic advisor wanted to, quote, treasure special memory. And she keeps a photo of a sonogram, which are so clear now. It's like black and white image of your baby, to treasure the moment. And this is like when a psychopath treasures mementos of things they've done to people, in my view. And I don't know if this woman is truly demonic or just being influenced to do this and is dumbed down. But she acts like she's pretty darn wicked, in my view. And she is so happy and so proud and wants women to be proud of the abortion. And then she wants to treasure this. This ties into everything. We're going to break it down. This is a Rosetta Stone into the mind of evil. A lot of you went along for the ride with the New World Order. A lot of people that support abortion do it because they really think it's a woman's choice and gets a lot of unwanted people off the streets of poor folks. It's really a eugenics move. And, hey, there's too much welfare, and come on, it's the first trimester, or the case of medical issues. That's not called an abortion then. It's a procedure to save the mother. So people play all these word games, and I'm not judging people that have been deceived about abortion or have been involved in it, as long as you face the facts. But a lot of people that get into it don't just rationalize it, they start loving it as a sacrament. And here are some of the articles, before I get into this video, of this woman praising her abortion and videotaping it and talking about how great it is and how cool it is and cherishing the image, the photo of her sonogram of the baby and acting like she just won the lottery. I mean, this is sick. But it's about bruising and searing your conscience. It's about saying 2 + 2 = 5. Your kids belong to the state. It's about saying humans are trash and garbage and need to be killed. It's about deciding that the life force and the basic mammal instinct to protect our young is bad. It's about loving death. It's about turning women's instincts on its head. So here are some of the background articles. Eugenicists argue killing newborn babies should be allowed. Shocking reminder that eugenicist beliefs underpin medical establishment. The Journal of Bioethics, remember 3 years ago, came out and said we should kill babies up to age 3, including healthy ones. People didn't even believe that article when it first came out. New study confirms evidence of abortion breast cancer link. Here's another headline. Second House of Horrors abortion clinic where doctor twisted heads off fetuses' necks with his bare hands is investigated in Texas. And how did they counter at the Texas house on video? They came and stood around the people praying, exercising their First Amendment in the first floor of the Capitol inside the dome and began chanting and hissing, "Hail Satan." In fact, we should cue that up. Remember that last year? And it went on for days. Hail Satan, hail Satan. And you can argue, well, they just did it to freak out the Christians. Well, it doesn't matter if Satan's not real or not. They've now become the archetype, chanting at Christians, hail Satan, who were there trying to get abortion restricted. So remember all of those headlines. Remember what abortionist Kermit Gosnell you've got Amazing Grace being sung. I don't know if AM radio picks it up, but they're saying Hail Satan, and the news confirmed that's what they're saying. There she is, Hail Satan, sticks her tongue out. Back it up to that Jezebel spirit that woman has of just smiling and leering and laughing, and it looks like about a 20-year-old woman sticking her tongue out and saying, Hail Satan, and just sexually enjoying it. And then you see the video we're about to play if you're a radio listener. It's up on Infowars.com. This woman is enjoying the abortion, and she says she's enjoying it. And the other women around her are all creamy-eyed as well. And I've got to say, in the face of the woman we just showed, and in the other faces, you're seeing sexual arousal. Yeah, back it up and let's have her say Hail Satan for folks. They're chanting Hail Satan and hissing at the Christians, singing Amazing Grace. Here it is. All right, there you go. She says, I'm rebellious. Hail Satan. Well, don't worry. You're going to have judgment. The country's going to collapse. 53 million dead children. Everybody wants to say they're not human. The New World Order is going to say you're not human. The New World Order is going to take everything you've got, and when you beg for help, when you beg for mercy, no one's going to come. unless you repent now. And even if you don't believe in God, say to your human code, say to the universe, say to all the dead children, this is not the way good people act. This is not something that's good. I repent. It's one thing if you've had an abortion, but you don't want to get into it and say you love it and you love Satan.
We're on the march. The empire's on